Hey and Big Hoss having it out here. We let the rest of the flock out to the main chicken yard. Big Hoss isn't too thrilled about having Hey around. I'm not gonna let him fight too long, but just notice their positioning. Big Hoss is, I'm carrying him. Oh, hey, you won. Oh, buddy. You are the senior rooster, buddy. That's right, you did it. Nice job. Where's Big Hoss now? He's over there. There he is. Yep. Good job, Hey. Hey's been acting badly. And so we're gonna have to make a decision because what we found out that Marianne's babies are both roosters and they're going after the hens. So Pauly, and Tippy, they're in the south run right over there in the bottom. I'll try to zoom in on it. Right there. I'm not going to go through the gate at the moment. So we have a decision to make. And I think the conclusion we're coming to, when I say Hey's acting badly, he goes after Mrs. Fowl Play and our grandkids all the time. He doesn't bother me, but he's bothering others. And Patty Pat, we've worked on his feet so many times, and he has trouble walking after having some surgeries on his foot, and he's still been thriving despite it, and we've been watching him. But I think the conclusion that we're coming to is we have 4 roosters right now. 5 actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yep. And we have eggs in the incubator from the meat bird crew, and they're pipping. May have some chicks soon, so stand by for that. So I think the idea is to go ahead and eliminate all of our roosters and keep Big Hoss. Big Hoss is gonna narrowly escape. There's Buzz. Hey Buzz. Big Hoss is gonna narrowly escape the scalpel again, and we'll keep him for meat bird reproduction. So it's gonna be a hard day to take the roos away. I'm back, made it to the south run where I've got Pauly and Tippy. You remember so many times we've had on the video here of Marianne having her babies. So she had 2 roosters. We have too many roosters, like I said in the previous segment. The astounding thing is Tippy here, the one that's just right in front of me here. Beautiful looking guy. We weren't even sure he was a guy until just days ago, really. He hasn't crowed yet. I haven't seen him or heard him crow. That guy's crowing like a king. But Tippy has not crowed. But Tippy has been mounting the girls, and so we know that he's doing the rooster dance and acting rooster. Wouldn't you know, Marianne. You remember Marianne and her babies? Well, these are the two roos. Stand by for eggs in the incubator. So this is egg number 1. You see the little beak coming out of there. This little chick is what we call pipped. And typically they hatch on the bigger end of the egg. That's what typically the air pocket is. Oftentimes they're chirping inside that egg, and this one is definitely making its way to the world, so we're super hopeful about this one. No. He upstairs getting the brooder ready. I came down, and this one decided that I'm ready to see the world. Well, the farm always brings excitement and disappointment at the same time. And while we have eggs hatching right now, we've got 2 that are hatched. Uno was the first one last evening, so we named him or her, Uno. It's up in the brooder in our room. It's the only place we had left in the house to set up a brooder. We had another one hatched about 6:30 this morning. Came down and it was chirpy chirp, so that one looks looking strong. And we got a third one that's, I think 2 more that are pipping for hatching, and this is Miss Kitty. Mrs. Fowl, I had an appointment this morning for a bone scan, and Mrs. Fowl Play went out and to do the chores, and then she found this little gal it's not really little. This is Miss Kitty. She's one of our meat birds, and yesterday we found her with a limp. It was very mild. We gave an anti-inflammatory, just same one we give Haas, and it was very mild. I mean, she was getting around fine, and then this morning Mrs. Fowl Play found her just kind of sitting on the ground and unwilling to move very far. Now, if I had to guess, I think she probably is just too big, and that makes us a little bit disappointed. We didn't treat her any different than all the other birds, but I picked her up and she's got some pretty good weight to her, and I gave her, like I said, an anti-inflammatory and gave her some food and water. Got her into the garage. Got her outside of the elements. It's a lot colder today in southeast Kansas, I can tell you that. So when we process our roosters here next week, I think Miss Kitty will be among the batch. We don't feel like she has any serious illness, probably some hip dysplasia, and that maybe just the weight of her body, she's not able to maintain it. And so unfortunately, we'll process Miss Kitty. She is a meat bird. She's a dual-purpose bird. That makes us very sad still, but we have eggs hatching, so we've got some replacements coming. And that's life on the farm, kids. That's how it works. So I guess you can say we still have Libby and Pearl in Chicken Hospital. Can't see him through the door there, and there's Mr. Thumper Rabbit. So we got Chicken Hospital, Thumper Rabbit, and I guess you could call this the annex building to the hospital. And we definitely need to get her off the cold ground. It's pretty chilly out there this morning, so it's Miss Kitty. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. She's a good lady. So here's our 4 happy little chicks, thriving and doing well from our meat bird flock. You can hear their happy little chirpy chirps. The golden light there, of course, is a heat lamp to kind of keep things warm. So out of 8 eggs, we had 4. 1 did start to hatch, but unfortunately, I think that egg rolled downward, and that chick, I think, subsequently suffocated, which, of course, is really disappointing with the chick looking fine otherwise. Getting drinks, eating, doing everything that chicks do. So this is Dan and Mrs. Fowl Play. Thanks for watching, joining us on the Sunny Slope Funny Farm. We'll see you next time.